What if the life you truly want exists just beyond everything you're afraid to face? The discomfort, the uncertainty, the decisions you keep deferring, they might not be obstacles, but invitations. Existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus didn't just contemplate the chaos of life, they challenged us to confront it head-on. Today, we're exploring how existentialism can guide you out of your comfort zone and into a life of depth, agency, and meaning. Phase 1. The illusion of safety. Let's unpack the comfort zone, what it really is, and why it might be holding you back. Comfort zones aren't about location, they're about self-deception. Sartre called it bad faith, the quiet lie we tell ourselves when we pretend we have no choice. It's the friend who stays in a toxic relationship, or the employee who trades decades of their life for a paycheck and a hollow title. Psychologically, this behavior echoes Freud's pleasure principle, our default craving for ease over effort. But existentialism exposes this craving for what it often is, fear masquerading as logic. As Sartre said, we are our choices. When we consistently choose comfort, we hand over our agency to the familiar, at the cost of becoming who we might be. Phase 2. Radical freedom. Sartre's call to action. Now, let's confront a bold and unsettling truth. You are free whether you like it or not. Sartre didn't sugarcoat it. Man is condemned to be free, he wrote, because once we realize there's no script, no fate, no divine plan, we're left with the terrifying gift of authorship. The only meaning your life will ever have is the meaning you create. Need proof? Look at Viktor Frankl. Imprisoned in Auschwitz, he found purpose not in escape, but in choosing how to respond to suffering. This isn't just theory. Modern science backs it up. A 2022 study showed that people who embraced uncertainty felt 34% more satisfied with life. So, what can you do? Start with one risk. Book the solo trip. Share the bold idea. Choose authenticity over approval, even if it shakes the ground beneath you. Every act of courage dismantles the illusion of limitation. Phase 3. The art of rebellion. Let's now turn to the question, how do we live meaningfully in a world that seems, well, meaningless? Camus gives us a powerful metaphor in the myth of Sisyphus. Imagine pushing a boulder up a hill for eternity. Pointless? Maybe. But Camus flips the script. We must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because rebellion lies not in escape, but in embracing the struggle itself. During the lockdowns, people who leaned into uncomfortable creativity, learning instruments, painting, journaling, reported greater psychological resilience. According to a 2021 Harvard study, the act of creating became their quiet revolt against despair. So the lesson here? Meaning isn't found, it's forged. Even in absurdity, we can build something real. That, Camus believed, is the art of rebellion. Phase 4. Building an existential routine. It's time to bring philosophy down to earth. Let's talk about turning existentialism into action. Insight without practice is just pretty language. If you want existentialism to change your life, you have to live it. Let's see how. Start by auditing your autopilot. For 1 week, write down your decisions. Were they made from intention or inertia? Reframe your anxiety. Neuroscience shows your brain reacts to fear and excitement in nearly identical ways. What if you treated that nervousness as energy instead of warning? And lastly, practice micro-rebellions. Break patterns. Skip the algorithm. Talk to someone new. These moments might seem small, but they reclaim your power in a world that profits off your predictability. So, let's recap. Existentialism doesn't guarantee happiness, but it offers something deeper, authenticity. It invites you to stop surviving and start choosing, to stop outsourcing meaning and start authoring your own. Camus said, "In the midst of winter, I found there was, within me, an invincible summer." That summer? It's on the other side of your comfort zone. So, here's your challenge. What one step will you take this week to step beyond safety and toward growth? Drop it in the comments. And if this spoke to you, hit subscribe. Because your story isn't written yet, and the next chapter starts now.